Hi everyone, welcome. Dr. Susan Brown from the Center for Better Bones. You know, this is May, the end of the first week in May, and May is called Osteoporosis Month in the United States. Now, I'm proposing we call this Bone Strength Month, and in fact, I'm offering you the opportunity to think about what you want to focus on this month. Do you want to focus on osteoporosis, which is bone weakening, or do you want to focus on building bone strength? Here at the Center for Better Bones, we have spent decades developing thousands of articles, hundreds of videos to help each individual build bone strength. We know that we can regenerate bone strength to a great capacity, and it's been my life's mission to help people learn how to understand their bone health and build bone health. So, this Bone Strength Month, I invite you to take out a piece of paper and start making a little few commitments about what you could do this very day and this very week to enhance bone health. For example, you might start with exercise. This is one of these fun little cushions. You just flexing this, you build the muscles in the arms. What doctors are doing now, they're starting to measure wrist and arm strength. I saw a client the other day. She was 80 years old. She had terrific spinal health, terrific hip health. But then they said, okay, let's measure the arm. And the arm density was low, and so they wanted to give her bone drugs. Now, obviously, so she called to me and said, no way, I want to figure out how to strengthen my arm. One way to strengthen the arm are doing this kind of exercises, all kinds of upper body exercises. So, think about, get your little piece of paper, what kind of exercise do you want to do the next few days, the next week? I'm going to be catching up with you every week during osteoporosis, or rather Bone Strength Month, and encouraging you to take really clear steps. So exercise, you might think exercise. Or you might say, I really need to work on my pH. Remember, first morning urine reflects mineral status. If your first morning urine is not 6.5 to 7.5, you don't have enough minerals, particularly magnesium and potassium. You get some pH paper. We have the pH paper here. It's also 5.5 to 8 measurements, kind of a specific pH paper. Measure your first morning urine. You might say, that's my commitment. We have a whole webinar on the alkaline diet. If you go to betterbones.com, look under learning classes, you'll see these webinars. They're totally free. It'll teach you a great deal about why you should alkalize and how to alkalize. So maybe on your commitment list, you say, hey, I'm going to alkalize. Or you may say, I really have to work on food. I've got to learn how to cook more fun food. I got together this little fun food today. We're trying to get more vegetables. That 2 cups for lunch and 2 cups for dinner. That may be what you put on your list today. I'm going to get 2 cups of vegetables for lunch and dinner all next week. This, bet you can't guess what it is. That's that new cauliflower rice. Just grated some cauliflower, mixed it with onion, celery, beautiful peppers, beautiful carrots, and it turned out to be a very lovely dish. I personally heat it up and use it just like I would rice. Other people have it cold after they've cooked it up. But you may say, I'm going to develop 3 new recipes this week with vegetables. Or you maybe even just keep a chart. Did I get 2 cups of vegetables for lunch and 2 for dinner every single day of the week? That's a good one to put on your list. Or you may say, look, I really am not taking the nutrients. We need many, many nutrients in adequate amount to build bone. New research just showed that 60% of the people in this country have less than a 30 ng of vitamin D, for example, and that means they do not have enough vitamin D to successfully sustain bone. We also know that 60% of the people at least are deficient in magnesium, another key bone building nutrient. And if we were to talk about manganese, zinc, copper, we'd see common trends. Unfortunately, our soils are depleted, our foods are depleted, and we eat about 70% of our diet in processed food. So the nutrients, you might say, got to get back on the nutrient program. Going to take my 20 key bone building nutrients. You can find them all listed on our website. Or you may be one of those thin and worried people that says, I should really begin to master my mind and my emotions a little and let go of some of this worry and actually recognize worry, but then maybe do some deep breathing, maybe letting go of it. Meditation, of course, is a great way to balance the body, to bring energy into the body. Your commitment this week Maybe I'm going to sit down for 10 minutes twice a day, do some deep breathing, calm my nervous system, and awaken that native intelligence in my body. So get your piece of paper, jot down even one or two things you're willing to do this week. For myself, I'm doing this new cauliflower rice. I didn't think I'd like it, but I do like it. I'm actually committing myself every morning to do 100 of these with each arm, and 100 of them is kind of tiring. If any of you can do more than 100 at one time, let me know. That would be really fun. And I'm also working on the plank, trying to spend more time in the plank, because I, like many of you, have weaker upper body strength. We walk, we put a lot of impact at our lower body. We don't use our arms and our upper body. You may do your pH. What I'd love to hear from everyone what your commitment was for this coming week, the first week of Osteoporosis Bone Strength Month. And next week we'll chat about some of the results, and we'll also bring you some more information, some more motivation